Do you battle with your child about time on the Xbox, TV and iPad? Do you get frustrated that you are paying hard-earned money for violin lessons with little to show for it? Are you falling out with your child over violin practice, or have you given up trying? Do you feel helpless when your child asks you to help with practice? Nobody wants tension at home, and certainly not over violin practice, which is supposed to be fun and pleasurable. There are likely to be two reasons why your child doesn't take off and practice without asking. Number one, they don't know how to practice and have lost heart and probably can't see the point. And number two, your child hasn't built practice into a daily or weekly routine and would far rather spend time on something more fun and less challenging like the iPad or Xbox. Time and time again, I have parents who want to help their child practice but don't know how. This is frustrating for both of you. You want to be in a position to give help when asked. The big downside is that your child probably feels very alone when it comes to violin practice. They think you can't really help a great deal. The challenge is just too big. Getting the violin out, making an attempt at practice, but not really knowing where to start. Where's the fun in that? The initial enthusiasm for the violin may be waning or has gone completely. You get excuse after excuse when it comes to violin practice, and those weekly lessons you're paying for begin to feel like a waste. You hear the same old tunes over and over again, and the same mistakes. What's missing is a motivation and desire to practice in preparation for the next lesson. Children are so good at finding reasons not to practice because they have so many distractions and generally don't enjoy playing their violin at home. You may wish you had earplugs when you listen to your child sometimes. If not played correctly, the violin can sound awful. Practicing can be lonely, and you can feel excluded from what's going on elsewhere in the house. My free report will give you some tips and hints to help you turn things around. Even if your child does practice at home between lessons, there's no guarantee that it's effective practice. If you're running a home, parenting your children and working, how do you juggle so much week in, week out? You probably don't have the time or inclination to read a big tome on how to help your child practice or trawl the internet looking for hints and tips. To practice properly at home, your child needs a structure to follow, and my free report gives you an outline of that structure. So enter your name and email address on the form right now and find out what you need to do to turn things around today. Your help is needed.